Welcome back to Fix It with Feng Shui Q&A, where I answer your Feng Shui questions. So if you have a question, ask it in the comments below. It can be Feng Shui specific, or it can be a part of your life where you need some energy flowing in, and I can answer what that is on a future episode. So be sure to comment below with your question, or you can email me, jill@jilletha.com, or DM me on Facebook or Instagram. There's lots of ways to get a hold of me to ask your Feng Shui question. So this question was, thank you, I do love your style. You've helped me lots in figuring Feng Shui out. I'm interested in where to place wind chimes and the differences between the number of chimes, does it matter how many, and then the types of materials they're made of, metal, wood, ceramic. I have a 5-rod metal chime. I'm a bit overwhelmed with the information out there. So this is a great question, and there is a ton of information out there, which is what makes Feng Shui confusing. So I teach a version of Feng Shui called BTB Feng Shui. So you'll find a lot of things that you're reading are similar. If you're focused on compass Feng Shui, which is the directions, then things are going to be radically different, because in BTB Feng Shui, we lay the Bagua map based on the front door, and then we focus on the 3 main energetic areas of the home, which are the front entrance, the kitchen, and the primary bedroom as well. So there's lots of Feng Shui info out there. And what I did when I learned Feng Shui was I took all my courses, I read a ton of books, kind of different versions of Feng Shui, because everything is a little bit different, but very similar in nature. And then I took everything that I learned, and I love the fact that BTB Feng Shui was a more modern version of Feng Shui, which made it more usable. So any question that I answer is coming from that standpoint. So there's lots of ways to use wind chimes in Feng Shui. When I look at what I teach and tell my clients, the first thing that we focus on using a wind chime in Feng Shui is we want to put it at our front entrance outside, or even hanging on the doorknob going in. Because what is a wind chime? Well, it's sound energy. So like the beautiful sound of the wind chime attracts more energy into your home. So we always want to have a wind chime at our front entrance, that main entrance into your home. It might not be the entrance you use all the time, but it is like what the builder would determine your front door, which is the mouth of Qi in Feng Shui. And we've talked about it in previous episodes as well, but this is how all energy comes into your home. So that's why there's certain Feng Shui cures we do at the front door, and a wind chime is one of them. So hang it as close to the front door as possible. When it comes to what the wind chime is made out of at the front door, choose one that you love and that is beautiful to you. The number of rods symbolize different things based on numerology. You can look that up. You can definitely choose, like 4 rods would be the family, 8 rods would be focused on abundance, right? 3 rods is creativity. Well, you wouldn't do 1 rod, it wouldn't ding, which is good, because that's just self-discovery, personal growth. And then 2 rods would be like relationships. So you can choose based on that. When I chose a wind chime, I just chose one that was beautiful from the fengshuimarket.ca. She's the most gorgeous wind chimes, and it's very melodic, and I love how it sounds. So that's how I chose mine, and mine's a wood in nature. But outside your front entrance, doesn't matter how many rods, doesn't matter the material it's made of. If we want to get more specific about where we'll place a wind chime, some people place it in their home based on a part of their life that they want some extra energy in. And it's not that the wind chime is even gonna necessarily make noise, but it's like adding that energy into your space. So if it was metal, you'd place it in the creativity and assistance area. If it was wood, you'd place it in the abundance and the community area. If it was ceramic, you would focus on the relationship, the well-being, or the wisdom area. So lots of ways to use them in your home if you want to add that boost of energy. I typically don't use a wind chime in my home, but where I will place them is also out in the backyard, because in Feng Shui, the front yard represents the past, the middle part of your lot represents, the current, the present, and then the backyard always represents the future. So I like putting a wind chime back there to add energy into our future. And then I'll take a look, and I will choose usually just what it's made of based on what area I want to put it in. So if I'm putting it in the abundance area, I already told you, I'm choosing something wood. If I'm putting it in the creativity or the assistance area, I'm choosing something metal. I'm choosing something ceramic in those other areas. So you choose based on that. You don't have to. These aren't big enough things that a metal wind chime in the abundance area is not going to negatively impact it if you have some other wood energy in that area. You don't want a huge one, because that would create an issue. But sometimes we overthink what's happening in Feng Shui. There are definitely techniques and principles and things that we want to follow, but also just know that your intention of adding energy and boosting the energy is good. And if we have enough of the proper elements and colors in each area, a little bit of something else isn't going to impact the flow. And then you're going to look at how your life is going and know if you need to create a shift. But yeah, there's lots of ways to use wind chimes. So definitely you want one at your front entrance. And I would most certainly, if you have a backyard or even your back, so if you're in an apartment condo, your deck, if you have a deck off the back, that is your feature. So I would hang one out there. It's just adding energy into what is coming into your life. So those would be the two main areas that I would add one. And then if you want one in your home because you need to boost the energy in some part of your life, go for it. If you have questions about this, ask them in the comments below. Don't overthink it, but always make sure that you're placing these things with a clear intention in mind of what you're wanting to attract into your life, because that is part of the Feng Shui process, right? We have our intention, then we have, we edit and we reset, then we add the Feng Shui Cure, and then we'll do a blessing, right? And the blessing is just a thank you and a show of gratitude for what is coming into your life because of the shift in energy that you created. So make sure you have a clear intention in mind when you add your wind chime. If you want, tag me on Instagram. I'm at Jill Ethier, and show me where you've placed your wind chime and what it looks like, and definitely get one for the front entrance and the backyard as well, because let's get the energy flowing into our future too.